Hello, listeners. This is Plano's Political Pitbull podcast. I am Esther, and Ruth unfortunately has lost her voice, so I am solo today. Today's show is going to be on Plano. Plano City Council had their budget workshop on August 15th and a public hearing on August 26th on the property tax rate. First, I must make a correction. In a prior episode, I said if the proposed rate of 41.76 cents is approved, we will see a 10.6% property tax bill increase. That is incorrect. It will actually be a 12% increase. So the average homeowner's bill will go up about $186 just for the city. Don't forget, we also have school, Collin College, and our county tax rates, which make up the rest of our property tax bill. According to Councilman Anthony Riccadelli, the 12% increase for just the city of Plano will be the largest in 20 years, even when you adjust for inflation and population growth. I have to praise Councilman Anthony Riccadelli. He tried very hard to convince the rest of council to lower the tax rate to 41.25 cents by taking some money from economic development. I wonder if he is a listener to this podcast, because that is the same thing I suggested. Councilwoman 2 said, our tax rate is the lowest compared to other cities near us in Collin County. Except what she fails to realize is our home values are higher than our neighbors. While our rates may be lower, our tax bills are actually higher. She also said that the city's part of the tax bill is lower than PISD. However, she failed to mention that PISD was planning to lower their rates for next year. Councilman Williams pointed out that even if we went to a no new revenue rate, it would still mean a 6.5% bill increase. So instead of paying about $186, most people would pay about $93 more. That is better than $186. In my case, it would go from $300 to a $150 increase, so about half a cart of groceries. I will gladly take $150 over a $300 increase. Interestingly, the city is projecting a $3 million increase in sales tax money from last year. I wonder what they're going to do with that, because they're not going to help their residents with it. So fast forward to August 26th, to the city council meeting. Councilman Anthony Riccadelli again tried to get the council to lower the property tax rate to 41.50 cents. This time, he suggested taking $615,000 budgeted for the zoning ordinance rewrite and an additional $1,015,000 increase in the revised tax roll evaluations, and using that now extra money that they didn't have before to lower the tax rate to 41.50 cents. He also suggested taking $615,000 for the zoning rewrite by reducing the $8.5 million budgeted for economic development by that same amount. So the council can at least show the residents they are trying to do something. Councilman Williams agreed with that idea. Thank you, Councilman Williams. However, council members 2, Horn, and the mayor disagreed. Horn did not want to reduce the $8.5 million to the Economic Development Fund, even though it has currently over $43 million. I'm going to say that again, $43 million. He actually said he wants to use economic development to get companies to come to Plano so they can pay business-to-business sales taxes, which would reduce the burden on residents. Clearly, Councilman Horn knows nothing about basic economics. You see, Councilman Horn, the businesses will not pay that tax because they will pass it on to the consumers. For example, a plumbing company buys a part from Home Depot. When the plumber installs the part, he charges the resident for the total cost of the part. The sales tax also. All the expenses of a company gets passed on to the consumer, or in this case, the residents. So the sales tax burden will still be on the residents. This is why we need to elect a freedman economist to city council, somebody who understands economics and how business works. These people currently there have no clue what they are talking about when it comes to the economy. Councilwoman 2 agreed with Councilman Horn, so she knows nothing about business also. She also thinks the residents are getting a great value for their money. Not if they can't afford it, Maria, too. Where are they supposed to get the $186 increase for their Plano tax bill? Plus, you are going to charge them more for water, trash, and sewer too. Councilwoman 2 also thinks we need to attract families to Plano. Ma'am, you can't attract families. If you raise taxes so high, families can't afford to live here. They will simply go to another place that offers a house with the same amount of square footage for a lower price and a lower tax bill. Mayor Munns wants to keep the tax rate at 41.76 cents, saying it is the lowest in North Texas. Again, Mr. Mayor, that doesn't matter because our bill is still the highest. People in Frisco, Allen, Prosper, and Murphy may be paying a higher rate, but their bill is actually lower because their homes are more affordable. If these people don't wise up, the only people that will be able to afford Plano are the very rich and seniors who have the property tax freeze. And they wonder why we don't have affordable housing in Plano. If you would like to know how much you will be paying next year, go to mytaxdollar.plano.gov. That is mytaxdollar.plano.gov. If you can't afford a 12% increase in your city council property tax bill, please contact the city council. We have their emails on our website, Plano's Political planocitycouncilpitbull.com. You have until September 9th to make your voices heard. Council votes on the rate on September 9th. If the council votes for a 12% increase, there is one more thing you can do. Vote them out. One thing a politician always listens to is the ballot box. The mayor is up for re-election in May 2025. If you have enjoyed our podcast, please like, share, and subscribe. This is Esther for Plano's Political Pitbull, signing off.